It is Kiss 104.1, Atlanta's R&B, that new home of the Frank Ski Show. Frank Ski, Nina Brown. Nina Brown's out, but the one and only radio legend Rashan Ali is back in, sitting in. Hey, girl.
Good morning, Frank Ski.
Girl, you got up early 2 days in a row.
I did. You know what? I felt it yesterday. I was like, oh, I forgot what morning radio felt like at 10 o'clock. Like, yeah, man, am I tired? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm back into full swing now.
Back into taking a nap in the middle of the afternoon,
Yes,
you know? All right.
yes.
Hey, we got a special guest in here.
Beautiful.
The one and only Nikki Gilbert Daniels is in the building.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
First of all,
morning.
let me just tell y'all, in case you don't know, Nikki Daniels, founding member of the Grammy-nominated group Brownstone, one of television's most sought-after executive producers. She created TV One's most popular docu franchise, R&B Divas, and the popular BET Network series From the Bottom Up, and her upcoming documentary film, Broken Things. She has an intense passion for what she does, manifest in all of her accomplishments and all her deals, like deals with Michael Jackson, MJJ Records, Tyler Perry, Queen Latifah. She also launched a clothing line for plus-size women. She's gotten all kinds of awards, from a Grammy nomination, BET Her Woman of Impact, Lincoln Shining Star Influencer Award, Billboard Music Award, one of the founding members of a foundation that she serves as a board member. I'm talking about, she's also with Hip Hop Sisters, Beyond the Game, Center for Creative Black Women's Wellness. She is the definition of a multi-career woman.
Yes.
She is doing it all. She is a singer, writer, producer, actress, speaker, designer, philanthropist. What she doesn't do, I don't know, because she happily married.
I can cook too.
You can cook. She can go.
And I'm a grandma. Yeah.
Winner.
Thank you for that. That was one of the best introductions. Thank you, Frank.
Come on
I
now.
appreciate
Right.
that.
And if that wasn't enough, she now has Women in Reality Film and TV Media.
Ooh.
Worth Media. Okay. I had to get acclimated to what was going on, because Nina hit me and was like, have you seen what's going on with Nicci Gilbert? And I said, Nikki from Brownstone? She was like, yes. I said, no, what's happening? She said she has a major lawsuit out.
Yeah.
She's fighting for women. She's fighting for the right for people to have their content not stolen. Now, I'm in the music business. Rashawn's been in radio and music. We know you've been in it, and that's seems like it's part of the game in the industry, people stealing your stuff. And Nikki, you've taken it to a whole nother level.
Oh God, Frank, tell me about it. It's and trust me, I think we all know as content creators, it's no easy feat. Nobody
Right.
wakes up in the morning like, guess what I'm finna do? No, we don't do that. You have to think about this. You have to plan. You have to educate yourself. Do your research. And when I did all that, I was like, okay, this time we gonna have to just take it to where we have to take it.
Wow.
To.
Wow.
And, you know, I'm not trying to make it seem easy at all,
Right.
Because it is a very difficult thing to do, especially one as big as this.
It's huge. And for those people who don't know, can you tell everybody, what exactly you are doing, and what is the case?
Yes.
You can
now
do
I have
it.
attorneys. I'm in the middle of a litigation with Starz, Lionsgate, and Katori Hall over the series P-Valley. Now, before y'all stop, people are probably like, what? It is something that we have done a lot of research on. It is something that I am very, very convinced is substantially similar to a stage play I wrote in 2003, copywrote in 2004. Has several presentations of it throughout the year called Soul Kittens Cabaret. It has the same beginning, the same middle, and the same end. The story is the same.
So if I was to be, now, the P-Valley is about a popular strip club in Mississippi.
Yes.
There are a million strip club stories.
Of course.
There are a million strip clubs, and people often find themselves from the big strip club movie back in the day here.
Yes.
Yes. That took place in Atlanta to all over the world. What is it that's so similar?
The story. So what people look at an aesthetic, right? And the other thing I want to say is that Katori Hall, according to what she said, created this based on a play, right? So it came from a play.
Okay.
My series was a play that I pitched to Lionsgate in 2014, right?
Ooh.
So I went in and I left them a copy of my DVD. I left them a copy of my script. And then a few years later, I saw P-Valley. Now, the reason I believe that it's substantially unbelievably similar, is because it starts off the same.
Wow.
It has as close to you can get as to exact language as you can get without it being exact. Language in there. We have 47 similarities on worthmedia.com.
Wow.
Almost an hour's worth of similarities. It is the same beginning. It is the same middle. It is the same end. It's a transgender club owner who's going to lose the club because they want to do a Las Vegas development. You know, there's a woman who wants to get out of the club to open up a women's center. You know, the girls end up saving the club in the end, down to the girl coming with a red beat up suitcase in the very beginning.
Oh my.
The way she auditioned for it, the way he told her to go over to the rack and find something else to wear, the way the lady gave her the clothes on the rack, the way the girl comes in late all the time because she has a child, all of it is very, 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 very similar. And all I'm asking is that I have an opportunity to have a judge and jury look at it.
Okay, we gonna get into this.
My goodness.
We are here. Nikki Gilbert is here. Nikki Gilbert Daniels, she is here. This is a big deal. I know it's been a lot for you, and I want to talk about that. And we're going to get into all this coming up next. It is KISS 104.1, Atlanta's R&B, that new home, Frank Ski. Nina Brown on vacay, the one and only. She is in here. Rashan Ali. We are speaking with Nikki Gilbert Daniels. You know her. Grammy-nominated group Brownstone, founding member. She also created some of the most popular TV shows you watch, like R&B Divas on BET, From the Bottom Up, her documentary coming up, Broken Things, and more. She is a woman. She is a writer. She is a producer. She's a philanthropist. And right now, she is just a woman telling her story, making sure that more people don't get taken advantage of. You know, you've been in the music industry for a long time. You've seen how this thing works.
Yes.
As a member of Brownstone, you see how, you know, you have people that write and you know and you learn lessons like don't have nobody in the studio because somebody gonna get up and say I wrote that and y'all ain't give me credit, and all the crazy things that happens in the music industry and with television and film. Now you find yourself, you sat down, you wrote this play, you went out, you performed it several times, you put it on DVD. You're like Tyler Perry in the early days, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. You go to Lionsgate, you present it to them, you know, you don't get a call back, and all of a sudden there is a major series called P-Valley that comes out, and people are calling you, congratulating you, because everybody sees the similarities. Did you ever pick up the phone and call Lionsgate?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Because of the lawsuit.
Was there ever, because of, you know, these amazing people who have created content, who we mentioned before, was there ever a reserve in you that said, maybe not, I'll be going against another black woman? And did you think about that because of, you know, the popularity of P-Valley and the names behind it? Did you think about that as well?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Rashan. I am so pro sister. You know, I mean, I know contrary to what people may have seen in the past, I absolutely did not, and still wish this did not have to happen.
Yes.
Because I am by no means trying to hurt, harm, or destroy another sister or another group of really super talented creatives. And contrary to popular belief, I love the show. It's a great story. It's very, very simple. We think a lot alike. So I love the show. It's
Right.
not, you know what I mean? That's not what it's about. It's about protecting your intellectual property rights. Our intellectual property rights as people of color and the most creative species on this planet, people of color, we have to make sure that we have those IPs for our generational wealth so that we can leave something behind for our children. And for years in this industry, we've always been, baking the pie, but never really getting a real slice of it, coming up with the ingredients and the sauce, but never getting a slice of it. And it's time to just level the playing field and do more partnerships with people versus we gonna cut you off a corner or not give you anything and figure out how to do it a way where we can get paid and you can't.
Right.
I've done that. That's happened to me too many times.
What would make you happy?
Oh, Jesus. What makes me happy is believe it or not, as much hate as I'm getting out here, what's happening now. I have the opportunity to create awareness for this Women in Reality film, this WIRF Media, WIRF Media, and all the initiatives that we are pushing forward. Mental health, sexual assault, owning your content. I know that God has put me in this space of having to fight for my IP rights at least 4 times.
Okay.
This is the most high profile time that I've had to do it. And what I want for this, I think I'm getting the opportunity to speak out about how important it is for us to own our properties.
And I think she meant like, what would make you happy now if they turned around and said, you're right,
Right.
here's $10 million. What are you asking for in your lawsuit? Because that's public now.
The lawsuit is public, but I don't think we've added a number. I think we have to go through discovery to find out exactly what it made. I just want to be made whole. I feel like if a judge and jury look at this and say, hey, we see the same substantially striking similarities that you see. I wasn't going into this to sell anything.
Yeah.
I did a deal with Shakim and Latifah for From the Bottom Up to co-own the franchise. I co-owned From the Bottom Up.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that during R&B Divas. When I went in and pitched this idea, you say Tyler Perry, that's the reason I went to Lionsgate, because I knew that they understood the system of play to TV show to movie, and that I could own 50% of that at least,
right?
And they could license it, and we could partner in that.
Right.
So what I'm looking for is the opportunity to have the partnership that I pitched and that I feel like I deserve. And if the court sees it that way, that's what I'm looking for, 50-50.
Okay, I got one more question. Where are you getting the money from to fight this battle? Because,
I don't
girl,
know,
let me just say.
Jesus, I need a little more Jesus.
Because you said something very important. So what's going to happen is, you already know during the discovery, you're going to have to hire these experts.
Yes.
I know these attorneys are charging, the attorneys that do this kind of work are like $750 an hour.
Yeah.
I know, because I've been through it for a couple times.
Yeah.
And I know that the retainers are like $100,000 and whatever to get to this point. The corporate side of it is going to try to delay and break you until you give up.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give up.
Amen.
I'm from Detroit. I was built tough.
Yeah.
This isn't about me. This is no matter how this ends up for me.
Yeah.
I'm documenting every step of this journey on my platform.
Good.
So that the next generation of content creators, I just don't want, what's dangerous, and I have to say this, what's dangerous is bullying people and shaming people into not speaking up. Not just about IP, not just about copyrights and songs. Women in particular, we get destroyed when we speak up.
Man.
Right?
Right.
We get destroyed.
Right.
I have to be the one that takes those licks.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be the one that takes that financial burden. Whatever I have to do to fight this, I'm going to do it. Every time I go perform, the check goes to the lawyer.
Right. In retrospect, when you think back on your pitch, you in this meeting, you leave the DVD, what would you have done differently?
In that situation, I don't even know that there's anything I would have done differently. I feel like I did everything right.
Okay.
My attorney at the time referred me to the head of the company. I met with the head of the company and left that stuff there.
Okay.
I was copywritten. I was copy protected. I don't know what else I could have done. How do you license or sell a show if you can't pitch it?
How about it?
Which is why we have our own platform now.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to run out here and offer it up to everybody else first. We can create it. We can develop content creators who can help us create it. We can own it. We can license it and partner with people. That's the mistake that I feel I made along the way. Not having the ability to own and license my content.
What's the conversation been amongst people who are in the industry that have heard about this? Like, for instance, did Tyler Perry call you and say, girl, or
well, I mean, not
Ruben
not,
Cannon, or
I mean, I think people, it's unfortunate. I know what it is with me.
Will Packer, Rob Hardy, nobody picked up the phone and said, girl, I'm with you.
I don't think people are going to risk getting involved in something like that. I think I'm a little crazy.
Which is the problem, right? Which is the problem, because women often feel like you're on an island.
Right.
When you do this. And I can see it in your face.
Right.
I'm looking at you and I feel for you. And I'm looking at a woman that's worked so damn hard all of your life to get to this point. And you create that thing and then you feel like somebody stole it from you. And nobody wants to give you credit because you're a black woman. How does that make you feel?
It's not just because I'm a black woman. It's because I was an R&B diva. And what people don't know is I was fighting for my intellectual property right that I created then. It doesn't feel good, but I'm a fighter.
Right.
Nikki, thank you.
Oh, no.
Fantastic.
No, thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.
You know, this is your home.
I was nervous, but thank you.
Come on,
did
this is
great.
your home. We got your back.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to keep watching it, and maybe, before it's all over, you come back in again, okay?
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate
And tell
that.
us about the victory.
Yes, and if you have any questions, you know where to find it, wirfmedia.com.
Okay, tell everybody your social media.
My social media is at Nicci, Nicci Gilbert. And like I said, wirfmedia.com. That's where the story is going to unfold, all of it.
All right, everybody.